Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is LaughNgamez here. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 bot AI cast. We have got ourselves what should be another fun, goofy game, as it's going to be QUEENBOT once more taking on seriously the mono battle, or the mono unit random bot, this time rolling Protoss, and it will be rolling the rolling balls of surprise you're dead, as it's going to be disruptors versus queens. And this should just be a fun example of the kind of programming you can do if you want to make a StarCraft bot that's kind of out there. Personally, I think queens are probably going to have a bit of an advantage, just because, like, I don't know, mass disruptors is such an interesting thing, but we'll see. Queens are very slow, so they can't dodge disruptors very well. They kind of group up, I guess, but yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy these crazy mono battle games, click that like button. If we can hit, I don't know, 66 likes on this video, that would be amazing. Leave a comment down below saying more queens, more disruptors, whatever it may be. And then subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Maybe you get these videos in your recommended. Well, it's time to take the plunge. And yeah, consider becoming a YouTube member if you want to get the bonus video every week. This week, I think it was, you know, I really should check that before I do these casts, but it was a good one. It was JimmyBot versus, I don't know why the name's escaping me, but it's there if you guys want to check it out. And big thanks to everyone who does support the channel. But yes, we have got seriously going for a forge, and it is QUEENBOT going for queens already. The main thing to take away from QUEENBOT's build is that it does start producing the queens prior to getting up the third hatchery. That's one of the kind of macro choices you can make as Zerg, where you can go for your third hatch, or you can get like your third and fourth queen a little bit sooner. Even as a non-Zerg player, I know that. And QUEENBOT, of course, opts for the queens, because when you've only got queens as units you can produce, you definitely want to get them going. And now, meanwhile, we have got seriously going into the Robo, which isn't too surprising. It's got tons and tons of chrono energy saved up, so we'll see what it's going to use that for. It's also oversaturated on this gas for now, but the natural base is about to finish up. Seriously does build cannons, which in the previous game were very, very handy against the queens. But yeah, we'll see if they can make a difference this game or not. We've got to watch the gas. It's kind of funny that Seriously's getting Warp Gate. That may be a bit of just an oversight in the build, as if you're only making disruptors, you don't really need Warp Gate. The Robo is getting up, maybe a little delayed, but not too much. And then the Protoss bot is already going for a third base, so I like that greed. My main question now is going to be how many Robos are going to be built by a bot that only produces disruptors. We've got more photon cannons going up. QUEENBOT is getting up its third base, but we can see just how quick this toss's third is against a bot that only builds queens. As, yeah, like that is a ridiculously quick third base, probably because there's really just one, now the second gas getting up, so lots of minerals. There's also lots of chrono energy still, so we'll see what that's getting used on. But the Robo Bay is about to finish up, so we should have the first disruptor on the way, and that's where the saved up chrono energy is going. Now, QUEENBOT is pumping out these queens. I wonder if the disruptors even attack buildings or not. That's going to be interesting. Whether it will be programmed to do that or not, because at some point, if Seriously wants to get an elimination, say if it is able to kill QUEENBOT, it will need to actually kill the buildings, which I don't know if it actually will be programmed to do that. You imagine the author will have programmed that in, but yeah, let's see here, as we've got a fourth hatchery going up for QUEENBOT, lots and lots of drones being produced, +1 attack on the way. And then the gaggle of queens is starting to move out. Of course, creep is definitely a problem when it comes to playing against QUEENBOT because the tumor count just grows and grows. The disruptor count is growing, but much slower. However, there's going to be 2 out. No extra robo is a little concerning for me. Like, if seriously it's just working off of 1 robo this entire game, that's not going to be good. The Protoss bot is already getting up a 4th base. It's adding on more cannons, but it's already building up a big mineral bank. So we'll see, will it get extra gases soon? Will it build extra robos, or maybe just a million cannons and Nexus? As, yeah, the disruptors are getting close to these queens as the creep continues to push on in. So we'll see if we get a Nova fired. Here come the queens. There's a double Nova. They hit a tumor, and then the disruptors are like, oh, I guess please come back in 20 seconds when the Novas are off cooldown. They are staying out of range of the queens. The queens aren't even trying to chase down the disruptors, which, well, chase them that much, which is kind of funny. We've got another disruptor on the way out. A Nova gets fired, but it is definitely falling short. So we'll see if we can actually get a connection on these queens soon. These other ones should be coming off cooldown, and they actually are. But they're not firing this time, which is very strange. There we go. Now, okay, so it waits for 2 of them at the same time. That's very cool. So the first Novas are getting fired. However, the queens are attacking at the base. There's no cannons to help defend this location. We've got a Nidus on the way as well. This Nova is going to fire, but way prematurely. And now we do have big problems potentially arising for Seriously, as it is going for, well, there's going to be a Nidus in its main base. So just the 1 queen has been killed by the disruptors. And we'll see. Is it going to have to wait till 2? Some of the Novas are getting fired out, but uh-oh, this isn't working too well. There's still just the 1 robo out. We actually get a recall as some of these probes get taken over here, so then they can run away, I think. Another Nova gets thrown on out, but I think this one just might not be working here. I think Seriously definitely needed some more production. Maybe some more cannons being built. It's not dead yet, and we have seen that it did have great sort of redundancy to rebuild in its previous game. But, okay, it does shoot at the Nidus, so that's kind of cool. There's still the 6 disruptors out. Maybe we can get to, like, such a high disruptor count that it's just continuous Novas and the queens might actually start dying en masse, but the cannons are kind of buying some time. We do get a Nova going to hit a queen, soften her up. And we should be seeing some more Novas soon, but the cooldown just feels like eternity, as that Nova will actually hit a queen. We've got another disruptor trying to fight the good fight in the main base, but the Novas are just still falling a little bit short, and the Robo Bay is still alive, but there's just not enough gas for another disruptor to be produced. We've got all these bases, just, yeah, no gas being mined really, or not enough. Anyway, there's now 7 disruptors out, so they're trying to hold the line. QUEENBOT has lost 12 queens this game. Another Nova's going out, but the queens actually dodge it, so that's very cool. The cannons might be sandbagging this a little bit, as Seriously does have lots of cannons on the low ground. Disruptors are working away on the Nidus. There's lots of cannons still just to fall back to, which is very important. And the queens are off a creep, eating lots and lots of cannon shots. We'll see if this disruptor actually dies. It's, yeah, losing a disruptor will definitely hurt. So the count gets knocked down to 5, which is not good. QUEENBOT is only on 128 supply, building 9 queens at a time, so it's definitely losing lots of them. The Protoss economy, though, is not great. Only 24 probes. There's like 4 bases, 24 probes. There's 5 disruptors. Another disruptor's actually being produced. So maybe Seriously can get that count back up a bit, as it is mining more gas now, which is important. More cannons being built, still a huge mineral bank. Disruptors will kill off that Nidus, so that's very cool. I do like to see that they are actually targeting the buildings. The cyber core is being worked on. I guess the nice thing about building only disruptors is you don't really have to consider upgrades, as QUEENBOT is still doing its thing, just creeping all over the place, attacking the bases. There's 6 disruptors, but these ones are actually taking some damage, and Nova doesn't kill that queen, and oh, it might get a disruptor. That's not good. Every disruptor matters. As, yeah, QueenBot's slowly killing all these buildings there. The Robo is unpowered. That's not good. This Disruptor, I think, is going to get caught in this pocket, as it cannot safely path on out of that location. And then, oh yeah, quite a few of the Disruptors died there. This one's working on a hatchery in the middle of the map. Yeah, QueenBot will take this one, though. This one's pretty cut and dry, but seriously is a very fun bot to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see more Queens versus X unit, let me know, as I'm sure we can go through all the builds at some point. And, yeah. Like, I think it definitely would, I don't know, I think seriously, just with the one Robo, didn't get enough Disruptors out. Too many minerals, not enough gas, whereas if it had got up to like 2-3 Robos, a bit more gas, maybe there's a world in which it could have actually had, like, who knows how 15 Disruptors scales against mass Queens. The Disruptors might just kill the Queens quicker than they can be replaced. Yeah, this was a very fun match, though. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. It will take a while for all these Queens to break the cannon wall, as the Queens are marching forward, going to work, as the Disruptor tries to get a Nova off. The Queens, though, they are pushing on in. Another cannon's being built, another cannon's being attempted, but it's just too many Queens from QueenBot. Who'd have thought? And the creep tumor count breaks 1,000. Is just ridiculous. So, well done by QueenBot, showing us that mass Queens is the best strategy.